Today on Suncoast View, the Battle of the Lido Beach Pavilion has begun. But what has residents so upset? We'll discuss.
Get your calendars ready. We're going to get a preview of a star-studded and jam-packed season at the Van Wezel. And we'll tell you when tickets go on sale for the shows that you will not want to miss.
Plus, a Florida fashion staple is here to preview their fall resort collection and kick off the 60th anniversary celebration of Lily Pulitzer. All that and more right now on Suncoast View. Welcome to the show. Happy Wednesday. Stephanie Roberts is off today, but we want to give a big warm welcome to Mary Bensel, the Executive Director of the Van Wezel.
I'm so glad to be here. I love the beginning of the season.
Yes. Finally, you're on stage.
I'm on stage. I'm always behind the scenes.
Yes. Although I've heard you were dancing in front of the stage for some of those rock musicals.
I do, and I sing too. I sang with David Foster last year, so I'm telling you.
You know what, though? That always makes me feel like, you know, you choose a season. Obviously, there's so many factors, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that later. But I also feel like you're truly a fan of a lot of the shows that you pick.
You bet. I love every show, but they're ones that I really personally love. You know, I mentioned David Foster because I went to Budapest last New Year's with him and Catherine McPhee, who are now a couple.
I know,
but they were a couple then, too.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I envy you for your job. You went to Budapest to see a show.
I know. And I'm just back from Scotland where I saw a show that I'm going to bring next year. So that's the exciting things, to find new shows and new artists. And
I always like to remind people that don't know, you know, if you don't work in the theater, yes, you've announced this coming season and tickets are just going on sale, but you will have to keep an eye on what's going to happen in a year.
Oh,
what's
absolutely.
going to happen in 2 years.
I mean, Lion King was 5 years out with the planning. So
really?
Yeah, because it's such a huge show to move all the moving parts. You know, with a rock star or a comedian, you can move one person easily, but 27 trucks of scenery and hundreds of people, it's a lot.
Yes, well, we love the job that you do, and we're thrilled that you're with us today. And Lion King is just one of the many shows that we're going to be talking about a little bit later, but it's a great season coming to the Suncoast here at the Van Wezel, so we're very excited. We also would like to say hello to who is in the Rice's Appliance Kitchen today. We have Chef Craig from Evoke at the Westin Resort. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thrilled to be here.
Great restaurant in the Westin. What are you making for us today?
Today I'm going to be making sticky salmon with shiitake fried rice.
That sounds wonderful.
I love that.
Now, for those people that maybe have not stopped to visit you on the floor where Evoke is in the Westin, I know some people are just taking the elevator straight up to that beautiful view. Tell us a little bit about Evoke if they haven't been there.
Well, the idea is that it's comfort food done light. So it's comfort food from different regions of the world. We have some Peruvian influences, some Asian influences, and it's basically just dishes that make you feel warm and comfortable, but prepared in a lighter way, because oftentimes comfort food is very heavy.
Yes. Well, that sounds great. He had me at comfort food, and now I don't even have to feel bad.
I need comfort right now.
I need it every night.
Well, and we can have it, and we're very excited to join you later on to make that great salmon dish. So, speaking of dish, Mary, we can't not ask you. You know, all of the big news, big talk about the Bayfront and how the Van Wezel fits in. So, so tell us how you feel about the new plans.
I am overwhelmingly thrilled. I think Sasaki did the most exciting job. The plans for the new Bayfront are stunning, and it has the new Performing Arts Center, which we're right now calling the Sarasota Performing Arts Center, right as the centerpiece. It will sit on top of a garage, so it'll be above sea level. Everyone, I promise, we have center aisles.
We were joking.
To get through there.
Yes, I'm always one of the last people because I like to hit the restroom right before a show starts, and I always have to apologize to so many people.
Oh, I know.
Many of you are mad at me, and I apologize.
I am, because, you know, but I think it's going to be fantastic because it's not just going to be one theater. We also have a smaller educational space, and in the middle, a performance lawn. And what will be fantastic is these theaters will be soundproofed, so we can have a Friday Fest in the winter when a regular show is going on.
Oh, great.
You know, we have our Friday Fest. We have one Friday, and it's our last one, but we always are like, is it going to rain? Well, in the wintertime, it's not really an issue when the weather's beautiful. So there's so many nuances, and all sorts of community groups will be able to use this educational space, as well as our huge programs for kids. And when I say education, I mean for people like us too, you know?
Great, that's wonderful. And more performance venues means more performance opportunities.
Absolutely, bigger shows.
That's
bigger
great.
shows.
Bigger shows.
I said the other night at the community forum, I said, we shouldn't have to wait 21 years for The Lion King or Hamilton to come. You know,
Sure.
we want to get back in the game. We
So
want to be a
this would
player.
mean we can.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So if those of you, I know that some people are upset about the idea of losing the old building, but there's good news.
Yeah,
and
they're leaving it on the plans. You know, they're talking about repurposing it. I will say there are a lot of physical issues with the Van Wezel, everything from air conditioning to the roof, and of course storm surge. I mean, our orchestra pit right now sits below sea level.
Wow.
They got a special, whatever the legal term is, to dispensation to have that orchestra pit below sea level. But it's a fear of mine every time we get a storm surge or anything, you know.
Sure.
Yeah.
And the soundproofing too will be huge because I know
Oh,
that
yes.
you know
That's
having
an issue.
having a classical concert inside and then Friday Fest outside.
Yeah,
can be
it
a
just doesn't
challenge.
work.
So this could solve a whole bunch of problems.
Oh, yes.
And also, you'll enter the theater and you'll be seeing the bay. You know, we've always commented that the Van Wezel was turned the wrong way. You know?
Yes, yes, you have to go to
Yes.
the back to see the view.
So, and I just think all the things they have for kids on these plans and that sweeping walk that goes across the bayfront where you can just start it. I think it's, I don't know, 70 feet elevation. It goes all the way down. It's just going to be stunning and wonderful. And getting us outside is a fantastic thing.
Yes.
I'm
Oh,
excited.
so
Well, let's
That's
get
great.
busy and
I
get it
know.
started.
All we need is a few $100 million.
Well, you're excited, we're excited.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good news all around. All right, it is time for our first hot topic. And Sarasota city leaders will discuss the battle of the Lido Beach Pavilion at a public planning board meeting tonight. 3,200 people have signed a petition asking city commissioners to reconsider plans that would turn the current concession area into a destination restaurant and tiki bar. They say that they're concerned about noise, traffic, parking, beach access, and the environment. A new concern involves FEMA rules about building in a flood zone. Others say getting the incoming private money that's paying for the project will make it all, feel worth it. What do we think about this?
Well, my main concern is keeping the beaches and the waterfront open and accessible to the public. And I think that's what this restaurant will do. It is a public restaurant. It's open to the public. All of this will be open to the public. I can understand why those neighbors around there don't want more people in there, but all of us have a right to our beachfronts.
We do. We have a right to go to the beach, enjoy ourselves, have a drink. That's one of the things we love about, you know, the bayfront
Right.
is that everybody can use it. And I love Lido Beach.
Oh, I
Don't
do
you?
too.
I just love it. And I think it's going to be a plus. But I totally get the people that have a concern.
Yes, and I'm sure these signatures are people that live around there that don't want more people coming in. And you can understand that. But they chose a place that was a beachfront open to all the public. So
It's true, and I see, you know, the concerns about it not meeting all the FEMA requirements is a legitimate concern. I do see a lot of the people that have been opposed to this from the beginning seeing this as the new roadblock
way
to
to
it.
stop it.
Not terribly concerned about the environmental issues, but more concerned with, okay, this will be our new argument against it. Because, like you're saying, it's interesting because the public-private battle seems to be argued on both sides. There's one voice in the petition, a lot of people are saying that if you have the cabanas that are proposed as part of this, that they'll be too expensive for the average person.
If
so
you
now,
rent one.
now you're privatizing.
Well, see, I hear there isn't going to be any cabanas. So, I mean, it depends on, you know, you really want to get the official word. And I'm really, you know, I have to disclose, I'm a City of Sarasota employee, but I really am an arts person at heart. But I really think watching the city folks from the inside, they really do everything possible to make it good for the citizens. I truly can tell you that. I sit at meetings all the time, and that's all the concern that there is. And I also think as far as the FEMA rules, they will be complying with some things where, you know, like on this new Bayfront plan, the areas that can flood, you know, and so, you know, it's more than just a simple question.
Yes, yeah. So, I mean, of course, we hear both sides, but if someone is going to pick up the large price tag to renovate it, then, you know, that's a good thing too. So
Yes.
interesting. The debate will continue, and we will, of
we
course.
just want to take our
follow
towel and
it.
go sit on the
I
beach.
want to go to the beach.
Exactly.
I want to
Yeah.
go back to the beach.
Yes, yes. All right, well, decades ago, corporal punishment or striking children at school was a widely practiced discipline method. Well, now a charter school in Georgia is giving parents the option of having it return. This kindergarten through 9th grade school is bringing back paddling as one more tool in their discipline methods. Parents have the option to approve it or not for use on their child. If parents consent and their child misbehaves 3 times, they will receive 3 whacks in private on their behind with a wooden board. What do we think about this? Could this be effective?
This is a terrible idea. Parents debate among themselves, should we or shouldn't we, should we or shouldn't we, and they don't want to give that over to a stranger. And if a person has anger issues, it can be dangerous. So absolutely not, I would not allow this.
I don't have children, but you know, I feel like I agree with you on everything, Linda, but I mean.
Oh, we'll get there to something.
Okay, but I just don't like the idea. You know, I mean, I went through all these stories of, you know, the nuns hitting the knuckles at one point. And I don't think that's great for kids right now. I want to treat them with love and try to teach them a different way.
And we don't want to teach kids that the only way to solve a problem is to hit. We want to teach them that you use your words. You don't use your fists and it goes from fists to guns. So I think we need to teach them to debate and use their words and solve the same problem that I don't think a paddle really solves.
Well, and it's interesting that they're allowing the parents have to give consent. So that means that the 3 of us all did something wrong, skipped a class or something together, and one of us, our parents said yes, the other said no, then there would be different discipline in the school for each of us.
You get suspended or something.
Sure,
is what I read, you know.
And some people would say, well, back in my day, and in my day, they paddled kids. But things were totally, totally different then. Everybody knew everybody else. The teacher and the parents knew each other, and there was a different kind of trust. So I think there are too many people in this world, and bad things could come of this.
And are we also, I mean, putting it in the hands of a teacher who maybe is against this type of discipline? I mean, if I had to discipline a child with a paddle and I was opposed to it, that puts a very awkward position for me as a teacher. And aren't we putting our teachers in enough awkward positions?
We are, and gosh, you know, who knows, you know, it could end up a news story, you know, a lawsuit. I just see it as a bad idea.
Yeah, interesting. Well, we'll see, because I believe they'll be the first school to propose bringing this back, so no doubt that we'll hear more about
bad things in the good old days.
Yes, there's a reason something should have stayed behind, I guess. All right, well, on a lighter note, holidays are approaching, so a little carol for us. On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me an Amazon Prime delivery. Oh. Yes, Amazon will sell full-sized, 7-foot-tall Christmas trees this holiday season with free shipping for Prime members. These North Carolina firs are about $115 a tree. What do we think about this? Would you have a tree delivered to your door?
No, you have to pick them out. You have to look on all sides and test the branches. And of course,
I'd do it.
I have an artificial tree.
Now we disagree.
My tree is fake, so who am I?
My tree is fake too, and I have 3 fake trees. So you know, but I would certainly do that. You know, and if it wasn't good, they'd take it back.
I mean, we are in that era, too, where most of our presents are being delivered. You know, we're not really hitting the stores so much for shopping. And I just keep thinking of, even though she's not here today, Stephanie, trying to get everything done in time, you know, managing all the kids in the family.
And everything.
And just thinking, boy, if she could have a Christmas tree delivered, I bet she would do it through Amazon.
I've had wreaths delivered. You know, I must say, for Stephanie, I'm a Home Shopping Network fan, and I've had wreaths, and they are beautiful. So.
Yeah, I can remember back when my husband was head coach of the Browns, and the owners, the Modells, had their tree put up by their staff. And I thought, that is the worst thing ever, to hire somebody to have your fun. What could be more fun than putting up a Christmas tree? So you're so rich, you hire somebody to do it for you.
Yes, could you please come to my house and experience holiday cheer, please?
Yeah, there you go.
Have a drink.
All right, well, we're split on that. But one thing we do know, we'll be checking in with our mid-morning forecast. And when we come back, we get a preview of the season's hottest tickets coming to the Van Wezel.
A little bit of cloud cover to start the morning due to some offshore showers and thunderstorms we had earlier on. That will give way to sunshine, and a sea breeze will begin to form. Under this easterly wind flow that we have, we'll see the sea breeze collide with that east wind, creating showers in inland areas that drift back to the coast. Florence continues to drift up toward the Carolina coast as high pressure builds in. Florence will begin to slow. As it slows, showers and thunderstorms slung back across the Carolina coastline, and perhaps an opportunity for the storm to weaken just a little bit before it makes landfall. East wind pattern for us starts today, continues for the next several days, perhaps reducing the red tide toxins in the air near the coastline. Florence advances, and Isaac, another storm we were watching, also weakens as it moves into the Caribbean. 20% chance of rain showers as we head into the afternoon. Those showers building inland will drift back to the coast.
Broadway, comedy, world-class musicians, and more. What an incredible star-studded season coming to the Van Wezel. Almost 70 shows are heading our way. And we're delighted to have Mary Benzel, the executive director of the Van Wezel, with us. We want to talk about those premieres that are coming up.
Oh my gosh,
Mary.
with so many great shows.
Yes.
And you know, I love Broadway, and so that's how I start looking at the season, because as I said before, planning a Broadway show, and this year we have the biggest show in the entire world, Lion King. Lion King is the most popular
The
ever.
biggest show in the world, really?
Yes.
Well, that's one show I am not going to miss.
No,
and I
you
think
can't.
everybody in this town feels that way.
Oh, I know, and you have to be, you know, you can be 5 and you can be 95 and love this show.
Yes.
And Lion King is so gorgeous. I mean, it is the story of the circle of life. It makes you happy in these times we need to feel happy. And the performers will be here for 3 weeks, and I'm really hoping they get out into the community and work with a bunch of different groups and spread their joy, because it is stunning.
To get them for this long.
3
And I know
weeks.
you fought for that for a
Oh,
while
I did
to
for
get
years,
longer
because it was,
runs.
you know, and that's because of the size of our theater. The head carpenter came in and he said, you know, we've seen lots of problems in theaters, but never all of them in one building.
Oh my goodness.
So it's to fit it in, we're going to have to take some seats out and block off the first exits and have special ways to get out. But, you know, it's going to be spectacular.
And not a bad seat for that show. I can tell you, even if you sit in the back, you get the whole picture. If you sit up front, you can see the intricacy of the puppetry.
Yeah,
It's
and
great.
then another great show that's coming for a full week is Gloria and Emilio Estefan's The Story of Their Lives, On Your Feet. And I saw it on Broadway. I danced. I danced.
We're going to see you dance.
Yes,
again.
I'm going to be dancing. And it's a spectacular show. It's made up of all of Gloria's great hits. And it's just reaffirming. And of course, it starts out, you know, Gloria's mother didn't want her to marry Emilio, and he really brought about the Latin music craze. And I can remember going to see them in concert, Gloria, oh my God, in the Miami Sound Machine. And the cast is spectacular. And it just makes you feel good. I wanted to pick a lot of shows that made you feel good this
We
year.
need that. And this looks like, well, there's her mom.
And this is
There's
right
your mom.
around holiday time, too. So
This
it's
is right after
great.
Christmas. Starts like December 27th,
perfect.
and it'll be a fantastic show. Actually, December 26th through the 30th.
Oh, what a great thing to do while
What a
you're
great Christmas
family in
with your
town.
That's a
family.
week that's sort of empty. You go up to Christmas, and then you got all these people in town.
And then you do, what do I do with them?
something. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So we'll take care of entertaining your guests.
Well,
Good.
we've got a lot of celebrities coming.
We do have a lot of celebrities, and you know, we're starting out with somebody that I've never seen in person, but Eddie Izzard is coming. And Eddie,
I haven't seen
you know, he wrote a book, I think it's called Believe Me, that Bill Gates picked as one of his top 5 books ever. And I read something crazy. It's about chickens and mad kings and all sorts of political humor, and it's very much a wild show, and that's starting in the beginning of the season in October on the 11th. And
Very
then-
witty. He's a very witty
Have you
comedian.
seen him before?
Yes, yes. I've seen a lot of his TV specials, and he's very witty, and he looks strange sometimes, but very
Yeah,
funny.
I think he cross-dresses and all
Yeah, a
sorts of
little
different
bit, a
things.
little bit.
Yeah,
Oh, that'll be fun.
But it'll make me laugh. And then we have a totally different kind of comedian coming, someone that's very familiar to the Suncoast. Jay Leno is coming back.
Oh, yes, we love him.
He is so nice. I got to spend some time. Les McCurdy and I sat down in his dressing room with him a couple of years ago when he was here for our 45th birthday, and for our gala too. And so he was fantastic. He's so nice, folks. He's just, he's what you see on TV.
Great.
And that's January 3rd, so that'll kick off the new year.
Yeah. And Bernadette Peters
Bernadette
is
Peters.
coming.
Well, I've always loved Bernadette, but last year, Bette Midler played in Hello, Dolly on Broadway. I got to go see that. And then when she left, Bernadette took over, and the reviews were smashing. I sat in the front row and saw Bernadette. I swear I could have looked up her shoes. I mean, it was so close when in Hello, Dolly, when the guys jumped over the porte cochere. They just jumped over almost in my lap. It was
Oh, wow.
amazing.
Nice.
But
Oh,
anyway,
she's
Bernadette's
great.
going to sing all her hits and lots of Broadway
good.
music. And then we're going to make you laugh. And Whoopi Goldberg's coming at the end of the season.
That will be
Great.
interesting.
April 27th. And
Oh,
Whoopi,
yeah.
there is always something going on with Whoopi.
Yes.
Talk about hot topics.
Oh, sure. Fans of The View can
love
see
her.
Whoopi in person.
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
great.
So that's going to be a great, you know, some of the stars that are
Oh,
coming.
yeah. What about music?
Music, well, you know, there's one we've been talking about a lot. It's called Black Violin. And this is one we had here a few years ago. It's young classical black violinists that live in Florida, but they've put rap with it. They've put reggae, and the kids went nuts. And it was just so special. And it's going to have a school time show, and it's going to have an adult performance too. And so that's, you know, we have all sorts of other music. We have the Israel Philharmonic and Air Supply and all sorts of, you know, Michael Bolton,
so
you name
many.
it.
You have a great lineup.
Well, diversity is the key to us.
Some very unusual shows.
Yeah, we have The Illusionists coming.
Yes. Oh,
have you seen that yet?
No.
It was on Broadway. It's fantastic. It's like 6 or 7 different, they would kill me if I said the word, but magicians that do all these illusions, and they're different styles, and it's like a big Broadway show. And that's really at the end of the season in April, and I think people will love that show. I mean, I used to do a lot of shows with David Copperfield, and I love illusions.
Oh, I do too. I love magic.
Oh.
Well, Beyond Glory, now that's very, very different.
Very different. And there is an actor that I am absolutely in love with, and his name is Stephen Lang. You may remember him. He was the bad guy in Avatar movies. He was trying to kill all the trees and the people, and he also was recently in the horror movie, I think it's called Don't Breathe, where he was the blind guy and the kids came in the house. And so Stephen Lang is a brilliant actor, and he has done this show that has vignettes of 6 Medal of Honor winners, and he does this all, and I really think it is something special for our military, for our kids, to get a chance to see this show, because this is one of the greatest actors, I think, living, and you're going to get to see all these Medal of Honor winners.
And we've just got to scratch the surface, and there's so much more. Oh, what a great season. Thank you so
You're
much,
welcome.
Mary. And for more information about the shows and the events coming up at the Van Wezel, go to vanwezel.org. Next, if you like dining out, we have a great way to help you save money. We'll preview some of the dishes and the deals in Inglewood.
All hands on deck. What's up? I want to point out 3 tips for using the home computer more safely. Point away.
First, stop. Make sure your software is up to date and that you've password protected your computer's login and Wi-Fi connection.
Next, think before visiting a site, opening attachments, or clicking on links.
Then connect, knowing you're helping make the web safer for you
and for everyone. Make Stop, Think, Connect part of your daily online routine.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TrueStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call, and you cannot be turned down for any reason. Even if you have health problems or are living on a fixed income, guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance policies could work for you, with prices starting at less than 32 cents a day. That's as low as $9.40 a month. TrueStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
My mom didn't have life insurance, and the cost all fell on me. And that's expensive. We're still paying for that.
Yeah, we're still paying for that.
Call 1-800-218-4991 now. In one phone call, you can help prepare your family with protection amounts up to $25,000. There are no medical tests or health questions. And remember, you cannot be turned down for any reason. In fact, TrueStage policies are already protecting over 18 million Americans. And rates are designed to be affordable, starting at less than 32 cents a day. That's as low as $9.40 a month. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease.
When I leave, everything will be taken care of for them.
Call 1-800-218-4991 now for a free, no-obligation quote. TrueStage offers plans to fit your budget with prices starting at less than 32 cents a day. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TrueStage. Call 1-800-218-4991 now.
Welcome back. September can sometimes be a tough month here on the Suncoast. We're in the peak of storm season, and it seems like the summer heat might not let up. But it is a great time to save some money and to dine at some of the best restaurants in the area. Lori Farlow, one of the owners of Farlow's on the Water, is here to tell us about Let's Eat Englewood. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm so glad to be here today. Thank you.
We are thrilled that you're here, and it's funny, I keep making sure I put the comma in there, otherwise it sounds like we're going to eat all of Englewood.
Yeah, you're right. It does.
But
that would be okay. That would be okay.
Great choices, it looks like. So tell us a little bit about this restaurant week.
All right, so we have about 20 restaurants who participated in it in Englewood. And so the fun part about it is that it's a 3-course dinner for $25, a 2-course lunch for $13. So we feel like we have lots to offer. You know, Englewood's a little smaller. I mean, we even have one restaurant who's participating who did 4-course dinner for $25.
Wow.
So we've got.
We need to go.
Yeah. So it's a little different. I mean, like Savor Sarasota is fabulous.
Yes, it is.
But we have different restaurants in Englewood. We're a sleepier beach community, so we have more.
It's a beautiful town. I love going down there.
It's charming, and if people have not been down there, there's a whole selection of really great restaurants. So you brought us just a sample of a couple.
I did.
And let's start. We asked you to bring some from your restaurant,
of course,
Farlow's.
Absolutely,
so
absolutely.
Tell us what we have here.
So I did a little bit of appetizer, or starting here. This is our papaya shrimp. That's on our coconut risotto, and then we do a sweet and spicy papaya sauce over that, and so that's on our dinner menu. We also have our
right here.
this is our crispy crabby roll.
That
so
looks good.
you've got blue crab in there on a cheese sauce with pickled red onions, marinated onion straws on top.
it doesn't get any better than
I was going
that.
to say interesting breakfast food, right?
I haven't had breakfast yet.
There you go. All right,
Well, we're already planning for dinner.
That's
so
right.
fine.
That's fair.
And what do we
That's
have
fair.
over on the side?
So this is one of our salad choices, and so we have our quinoa salad, our crab salad, and our cranberry chicken salad with our candied pecans on it. And we do that with our house-made crackers and make it fun. And then, of course, dessert. You can't go wrong,
Yes.
can we?
No.
Salted caramel chocolate
looks
pie.
fabulous.
Oh, my goodness.
So it's really creamy and it's kind of layered in there, and so we hope that you finish off
that
with that. We've got a few other
sounds
choices,
amazing.
but
You
that's
had me
my
at hello.
favorite. Okay, good. That's what we want. That's what we
great
want.
choices already. All right, now moving over here. Where are these from?
Moving on over here. So I'm going to pull my cheat sheet if you don't mind, because
sure.
I always want to do a good job for my sister restaurant. So this is coming from Sandbar. So this is one of our beach restaurants.
Yes.
So different than us. If you're going to come do a beach day, come here and enjoy Sandbar afterwards. They have live music, all of those things.
Great
So
restaurant.
yeah, so we have starting up here, this is our bourbon pork shank. So they've got that with cornbread, grilled corn. They're really known for authentic smoked barbecue. So you kind of see that theme that they have going here, the grilled pineapple. Then next you have their barbecue Texas pie. Now this one makes me want to eat it right now. Layers of pulled pork, corn, mushrooms, topped with mashed potatoes, sweet barbecue sauce, served with a little bit of cornbread. So yum.
I've never had that. Wow.
I know. And so then we've got our rib sandwich. Now that is a smoked deboned rib sandwich, and it's got onions, pickles, pineapple coleslaw on top, and they serve that with their tiki fries.
And of course we would finish that with their delicious southern cake. So now moving over.
Moving over to Mango Bistro, and so this is our European cafe. The owners there are from Brazil and from France. So they have a nice mix of healthy foods. They really pride themselves. What they have there is their dance to the beat salad. You see how you can eat that with your eyes first, I think. She has, as well after that one, that's the coconut panna cotta. So they make that homemade. They're using organic pineapple coulis on top. So she really prides herself on organic and healthy foods.
What a great, we just scratched the surface of the great restaurants that are part of this. You'll want to spend some time down in Englewood. Let's eat, Englewood.
Yes, absolutely.
It's from September 14th, and it goes until the 28th. For a full list of restaurants and all the info, visit letseatenglewood.com. Coming up next, we get a preview of Lily Pulitzer's new fall resort wear.
Attention, do you have Medicare? Do you want to make sure you have the most benefits and lowest possible out-of-pocket costs? You may be able to lower your out-of-pocket costs and get dental, vision, and prescription drug coverage included in your plan. Call the Medicare Coverage Helpline now to find out what you deserve.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Buchwald. Over 3 million people have called the Medicare Coverage Helpline, but there are still many people who don't check to see if they're eligible for more benefits and lower out-of-pocket costs. It's so easy. One simple free call could save you money and get you more benefits. Be smart. Call the Medicare Coverage Helpline now.
Call now to see if you may be eligible to lower your copays and get extra benefits, including dental and prescription coverage. Don't delay. Call to see if you're able to save money and get more benefits now. Call 1-800-711-7200. Again, call 1-800-711-7200 now.
The final 2018 Accord clearance is now during our model year-end clearance sale. Drive new Accords for just $249 a month. Get an Accord, the North American car of the year, for less than the competition. With more standard features than Camry, Honda Sensing, multi-angle camera, turbocharged engine, and more. New Accords, just $249 a month. Your last chance for new Accords. All on clearance this week at your local Honda dealer.
Zupan, part of the U.S. Paralympic rugby team. In my game, movement is everything. I get frustrated when my move is blocked, especially when that guy has no right to be there, even just for a minute. I love a challenge, but I don't like to play this game every day.
A message from the United Spinal Association.
We've been fighting the war on drugs for a long time. We answer the phone 24/7, 365 days a year. On a busy night, we answer hundreds of calls. This war on drugs needs our intervention.
Since 2014, Addiction Hope and Helpline has helped people struggling with drugs and alcohol.
When the phone rings, we help people when they need it the most. When we get a caller into treatment, it feels right. It feels good. It's a blessing.
If you're struggling, drinking, using, and need to get clean, don't suffer alone in silence. Call Addiction Hope and Helpline.
Our people understand, and many are also in recovery. Call for support and strength. You can call for someone who can't or isn't willing. It's an act of love. Together we can help you beat this thing and erase addiction from your vocabulary once and for all.
Call 800-871-1644. 800-871-1644.
Bright, beautiful colors and vibrant prints are a big part of our Suncoast fashion scene. No brand is more representative of our Florida lifestyle than Lilly Pulitzer. Candace Henry from Lilly Pulitzer is here to tell us more about the brand and preview their 60th anniversary fall resort collection. Wow, talk about staying power.
Absolutely.
So there is a great story that many people don't know about Lilly Pulitzer. Not so much the brand, but the actual woman. So tell us about her beginning and the business in West Palm.
Absolutely. It's such a fun story, and I'm delighted to be able to share it with all of you today. So Lilly actually began the brand back in Palm Beach and was looking for something to do. And so being the entrepreneurial spirit that she was, she decided to open a juice stand. And so juice stands aren't always known for being the most cleanly of environments, so she would end up getting juice stains on her clothing. So she said, there's something I can do about this. So she decided to ask her dressmaker to create a really cute, colorfully printed shift dress that she could wear that would camouflage all of the juice stains that she would get.
Love
and
it.
so soon, people would be coming to the juice stand and asking where she got her dresses, and they were interested in buying the dresses more than the juice. So, kind of, you know, a happy accident there, and the whole resort wear that we know today was born.
Only in Palm Springs do you sell juice and have a dressmaker.
There you go, there you go.
Good point. But those bright colors have obviously paid off because they have lasted for 60 years. What do you think it is about the fabrics and the style that have had that multi-generational staying power?
Absolutely. I think the dresses are something that, you know, when you see a Lilly, you know it's a Lilly dress. It's those iconic prints, those beautiful colors, and that's something that spans any generation, really, from our older demographic to a younger demographic, and we're seeing that as the brand has continued to attract people from all ages to its beautiful colors and prints. And you know, certain styles are very timeless. We have that wonderful shift that we're known for, but it's been fun to see the brand kind of grow and change and add in different silhouettes that make it very on trend and very fun to be able to incorporate into any wardrobe.
You know, Linda and I were talking, there aren't a lot of stores where Linda, me, and my teenage daughter would all shop at the same time, and Lilly Pulitzer would be one.
Yeah, I see things I could wear.
Yes,
right.
definitely.
And I see a lot of things I want to wear. So
we should go shopping after this.
We're good at that. So you're going to preview a new resort collection for us, and
Yes.
this is kind of getting ready for the big 60th anniversary year. Tell us what you have done really as a company to celebrate 60 years.
Well, we're so delighted to introduce our resort collection, and that will be officially launching coming up in a few weeks here. And so what we did is we sent all of our designers over to Capri to kind of gain some inspiration, because what's more fabulous and, you know, inspirational than Italy. So we sent everyone over there, and you'll see some really beautiful motifs, a lot of blues, a lot of undersea theme going on, and it'll just be so much fun to have that fresh perspective. But we also hid in a couple little pieces to kind of play back on some of those older heritage moments that we all love. So you'll see those classic shifts, but you'll see them with a fresh perspective and some really new twists on it. So a lot of really cute pieces to kind of be a playful nod to what Lily was, but kind of breathing some fresh life into what it is today to share that with everyone.
Celebrate the history and look forward. That's great.
Exactly.
Yeah, great way.
Exactly.
So we have 2 Lily Pulitzer stores right here on the Suncoast, but some changes coming to the store at St. Armand's Circle. Tell us about that.
Yes, so the St. Armand's store has been under renovation for the last 3.5 months, and we are so excited to announce their reopening, and that will be September 27th. So delighted to open our doors back again in our fresh new space. It'll be so beautiful, nice and open and airy, and just a beautiful experience. We're so excited to kick off that 60th year with a brand new space for people to come and shop. So
we will look forward to that. All right, well, we're excited because you were able to bring a preview of the big Resort Fall 18 collection to get ready for the anniversary.
So we get a sneak peek.
Yep, we're going to get a sneak peek of everything. So let's bring out our first model and start to talk about some of the looks.
One that I could wear.
Yes. So this is our beautiful page dress. And what I love about this, and you'll see this in a lot of our collections, is this engineering detail. So what you're seeing around the bottom of the dress is all so pretty and intricate. And a fun thing about all Lily dresses is you'll know it's a true Lily if you can find Lily's name hidden in every single one of the prints. So that's a really neat detail that you know, you sometimes have to look harder than others, but it's really neat. There's all kinds of really beautiful flower details here, and this print is called Lemur Alone. Every print has a fun name. So there's actually lemurs hidden in there, kind of tucked among the flowers.
I love the tassels too.
Yeah, isn't that fun?
Yeah. Very
the
cute.
detail, and then the little turquoise beads here. It just makes it something special and different. You know, could wear that to like a little bridal shower or out to lunch or brunch. It's just a great piece. It travels well too.
All right, thank you very much. Let's take a look at our next Lily.
Oh, wow.
I love this jumpsuit. This is the dusk jumpsuit. And this print is called Early Riser. And with this collection, so this is part of our fall resort collection, some of the inspiration was taken from Lily's own house in Palm Beach. And so her backyard was known as the jungle because it was kind of wildly untamed, but in a fun way. And so this is sort of reminiscent of some of those beautiful leaves and different pieces you'd find kind of growing wild in her backyard. But this is such a great piece. Jumpsuits are so versatile.
And I spotted pockets, which I know my lady friends love.
Right? Love it, yes.
That's cool.
Anything, dresses, jumpsuits, if it has pockets, it's a win.
Yeah, really beautiful.
Yeah, such a fun piece.
All right, gorgeous. Thank you. And another Lily.
Yes, this is our faucet dress. What I love about this piece is that this fabric is incredibly comfortable. It's got a lot of stretch to it, so it travels well. So if you're doing any sort of traveling, you need to pack some things in your suitcase, this is a great piece to take with you because it's not going to wrinkle up. Right. You're sitting for a long time. Yeah. But again, with the special engineering around the bottom of the dress, just a really, really fun piece.
Gorgeous colors.
Yeah, and fun print too.
Yes.
All right, and our next model.
Oh, I love that.
I do too.
Yes,
so
isn't that gorgeous, Maxie? I love the bird detail here. So this is also early riser like we saw in the dusk jumpsuit, but it's got that really beautiful off the shoulder that we're still seeing a lot of in fall trends. So it's just very pretty, very feminine, shows off the shoulders, and then you have really cute little birds hidden among the prints.
Yes.
Isn't that neat?
Great look, and very comfortable.
Very
you could
comfortable.
dress it up or down.
Absolutely.
Beautiful and playful.
All right.
Yes.
And then another look.
Oh, this is fun.
Wow. Yeah, so I wanted to show off one of our solid pieces because everyone knows us for our prints, but we actually have some incredibly beautiful solid pieces as well. So if someone's not so into the bright colors, we try to have something for everyone here. And this lace is exquisite. It's actually a feather motif, if you can kind of see hidden in the details there.
Yes.
Isn't that pretty?
Very classic.
Yeah, and with
Yeah.
that wrap style, it's just very flattering on people.
And it looks
just a
soft
great
and
little
comfy,
piece.
but
Very
formal all at the
comfortable.
same time.
Yes, you can totally dress this up or down, depending on how you want.
All right,
it.
let's bring all of our models up so we can have a wonderful look at all the lilies. By the way, all of these models are part of the Junior League of Sarasota, so we are excited to support them and have them with us today. And by the way, you can see more of all the different resort collection coming up at the annual Lily Pulitzer Luncheon and Fashion Show put on by the Junior League. That is coming up on Friday, October 12th at 11 a.m. And for more information, you can go to srqlilyluncheon.com. Ladies, thanks for joining us. You look phenomenal. We'll be right
gorgeous.
back.
This is an ABC 7 News Update.
Good morning, I'm Ray Collins. Today at noon, Hurricane Florence is closing in on the East Coast. The latest track puts it on track to hit the Carolinas on Friday night. Local emergency crews from Sarasota County are on the way to help. Months after buying the premier sports campus in Lakewood Ranch, Manatee County is now buying 71 acres next door. We'll tell you why, but first, here's the forecast for this Wednesday from John Scalzi.
And as Major Hurricane Florence lifts northward toward the Carolinas, high pressure builds in back behind it. That could provide us with some quieter weather as we head into the weekend. Maybe even no rain chance as we head into Saturday. The east wind pattern establishing itself today will last right straight through the weekend as well. That is a pattern that provides us with late afternoon and evening showers and thunderstorms. Isaac, also another storm we were watching, advances from the Atlantic into the Caribbean, and models indicate it weakens.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TrueStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call. TrueStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
And even if you're on a fixed income, prices fit your budget, starting at less than 32 cents a day. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease. And with no medical tests or health questions, you cannot be turned down for any reason. Call 1-800-842-7189. Now, for a free, no-obligation quote, TrueStage offers plans to fit your budget. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TrueStage. Call 1-800-842-7189 now.
A home can be much more than just a house. But for some of our neighbors, home means uncertainty and isolation. At Rebuilding Together, we turn houses into homes and revitalize our communities. Because a neighborhood is more than just houses and streets. It's familiar faces and open arms. Join the movement to ensure everyone can live in a safe home and community. Become a rebuilder today.
Growing up, my mom was afraid of the water, something she did not want me to feel.
So I enrolled Missy in swim lessons.
It changed my life.
Missy Franklin.
And now you can do the same for someone that you love.
There's nothing more precious than your child's well-being.
So act now before it's too late.
Make us swim! I'm glad I did.
Thanks, Mom. Visit usaswimmingfoundation.org to find, get, or give a swim lesson.
Get local news and information from the team you trust. Like ABC 7 WWSB on Facebook to stay connected to the Suncoast.
Welcome back. Okay, so I may just have celebrated my 80th birthday, but I definitely do not consider myself old. But I'm not always up on the latest trends. So our assistant producer, Kaylee Green, our modern millennial, is here today to teach us some games that are going viral. We call this Kaylee Keeps Us Current. And if I am going to be popular with my grandkids, I need to know these games. And welcome back, Sheba, who's been touring the world for 3 months. If you want to be popular with your daughter, you'd better pay attention.
Okay. This will be fun. This will be fun.
Okay.
So, the first game that I'm making you guys do, because I know you're dying to do this.
So your friends, you just sit around doing these games?
Sure, sometimes.
All right, show us this one.
Okay,
I think it's gonna take a little
what
time.
you're going to do is you want to put the Oreo on your forehead, and you have to get it. This is how we eat. This is how millennials eat. You have to get it into your mouth without moving your hand.
No wonder you're so thin.
I'd be starving.
Wow.
Okay.
Look at this. It's moving. Her nose is moving. Her
Haley,
nose
I
is
am
moving.
impressed.
You're going.
Yeah, so I don't know if
All right.
I'm going to get it all the way in my
Linda
mouth.
and I are
but
trying
This is so unfair. I've had Botox. My forehead doesn't move.
All right, well, just try. Here you go.
Well, I may or may not have an
Okay.
advantage. I don't want to
I'm
talk
going to
about
use
it.
psychology. Move, Oreo.
3.
Oh, I missed.
Oh no, here's another one. Go.
Oh man, we got to run.
Oh, good, Joe. Good, Joe. Good, you missed it.
I think you need to tilt your head back more. It's going to fall.
Are you kidding?
I might wipe off my eyebrows.
Yeah.
I don't.
I'm going to be sweeping the entire next hour.
Oh! Wait, do it one more time. Okay, ready?
So is it little moves? Is that the tip?
Is Linda doing it?
How did you do that? Oh man! All right. Well, Linda won. All right, you have another game for us.
Okay, so the other game is a cup stacking game, and I was a huge fan of this. I actually, with kids I babysat, I played these games with them all the time. So this is a great game to play with your kids. So cup stacking, you would do 3 on this side, and then you also going to do 3 on this side, and then the middle is the big one, so it's 6. So you want to take 4 in this hand, 2 in this hand, and you drop 3 on the bottom, 2 in the middle, and 1 on top.
And the point is to do it as fast as possible.
Exactly,
is that it? Okay.
exactly. Now, some cups have like a little bit of friction, so it makes it hard to be that. Oh, and then you want to make sure you go down swiftly too.
All right.
So, did you follow that? Do you want to try?
Well,
yeah.
I have illusionists that do this for me on stage.
All right,
So
ready? 3, 2, 1.
I'm glad I'm 80 and I don't have to do this at parties.
Done.
Oh my gosh, you beat me!
Hey!
Wow, I'm not even the expert anymore.
You know
You
why
beat
they're so
me.
good at
The
this?
green
Why kids are so
tea.
good at this? When they go to college, they play beer pong and they have to set out the cups quick. And
That must be
pick 'em up.
it.
All right, well, we have a little fun together if you couldn't tell already. And don't forget, you can always find our fun segments, our full shows online, and we love to hear from you. Send us your ideas for some future games. You can find us online at Suncoast View, suncoastview.com, or you can find us on all social media. All right, when we come back, we're going to hear a little bit about Sheba's amazing summer trip to Iceland. You can't wait to see the pictures.
Amazing.
Helping families with mesothelioma is all we do. My firm has been offering a free book on mesothelioma for over 10 years. Since that time, hundreds of people with mesothelioma have trusted us to represent them. We have local offices throughout the U.S. and there is no risk to you. Mesothelioma really is all we do. Call us at 1-800-485-6000. That's 1-800-485-6000. Or go to mesoonlylaw.com.
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you. Watch ABC 7 wherever you are, on our live stream, on mysuncoast.com, on the ABC 7 My Suncoast app, powered by the Eye Associates, providing sight for life, featuring traffic maps and live radar, dining with recipes, and My Suncoast Restaurant Guide. Visit mysuncoast.com. Click on the Apps tab to download the ABC 7 My Suncoast app for Apple and Android.
I'll be right back.
allow your weight to threaten your health or control your future. Excess weight or obesity can cause emotional and physical health risks. But you can take control. The Your Weight Matters campaign offers free resources and tips to help you measure and understand your weight. Take the Your Weight Matters Challenge. The free toolkit prepares you to speak with a healthcare provider about your weight. Your weight does matter. Take the challenge and take control today.
Well, welcome back. Our friend and Suncoast author Sheba Mateo is back from an amazing summer trip to Iceland. We want to see, we have a couple great pictures. Just tell us a little bit about the trip.
Sure. In general, Iceland was absolutely incredible. The best, I say this every time we go on vacation, the best summer trip ever. You know, we did a number of things, but I think that stuck out for us the most. Because it's so serene, it's quiet, it's beautiful.
Going next summer.
Oh, you're gonna love it. It's lush. Like we were on our way to Glacier Lagoon and we stopped over to see this particular glacier. It's just one of those places where, and look at that, oh my gosh, that area is called Cario. Yes, it's absolutely beautiful. So the first thing you wanna do is just rent a car and drive. I mean, every stop along the way is just as incredible as you know, as you could even imagine. You feel like you're on a different planet. So
it's greener than I imagined.
Golden Circle, drive the Golden Circle, and just take pictures, and it's just incredible.
These are just a few of the amazing pictures, and when Sheba's back, we're going to talk a whole lot more about if you have a trip planned where you don't want to miss on your trip to Iceland. Thank you, Sheba. We're going to learn more. But first, when we come back, we're going to go into the kitchen with Evoke from the Westin.
This is an ABC 7 News Update.
Good morning, I'm Stephanie Webb. Coming up today at noon, it made national headlines years ago. Now, why one of Elizabeth Smart's kidnappers is getting out of prison almost 5 years early. And the new iPhones will finally be released today. We'll have your preview. Right now, let's check in with First Alert meteorologist John Scalzi.
We had a little bit of rain shower activity out in Gulf waters this morning, left a little residual cloud cover, but that gives way to sunshine today and brings us a pretty nice day. Florence continues to advance toward the Carolinas as a major hurricane. Hopefully, high pressure will build in. Florence's advance will slow, and it's weakening, and it will weaken before making landfall, perhaps as a Category 2 storm. But still, if it does slow, the downside is it will produce heavy rainfall and have additional time for producing battering surf. An easterly wind flow continues for the state of Florida, which so far escapes tropical troubles with a daytime high near 91.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call, and you cannot be turned down for any reason. Even if you have health problems or are living on a fixed income, guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance policies could work for you with prices starting at less than 32 cents a day. That's as low as $9.40 a month. TruStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
My mom didn't have life insurance and the cost all fell on me. And that's expensive. We're still paying for that.
Yeah, we're still paying for that.
Call 1-800-218-4991 now. In one phone call, you can help prepare your family with protection amounts up to $25,000. There are no medical tests or health questions. And remember, you cannot be turned down for any reason. In fact, TruStage policies are already protecting over 18 million Americans. And rates are designed to be affordable, starting at less than 32 cents a day. That's as low as $9.40 a month. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease.
When I leave, everything will be taken care of for them.
Call 1-800-218-4991 now for a free, no-obligation quote. TruStage offers plans to fit your budget with prices starting at less than 32 cents a day. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage. Call 1-800-218-4991 now.
When you are home alone, an emergency can become a tragedy.
However, with any of Life Alert's 3 emergency systems, help can be summoned immediately, whether in the bathroom,
I've fallen in the shower.
at home,
Help! I've fallen and I can't get up.
and on the go.
Help! I've fallen in the park and I can't get up.
Don't worry, help is on the way.
Life Alert saves a life every 11 minutes.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-518-0221. That's 1-800-518-0221. Call now, 1-800-518-0221. For a free brochure, call 1-800-518-0221.
ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights.
Welcome back. We're here in Rice's Appliance Kitchen with Chef Craig from Evoke at the Westin. And what are we cooking up today?
Well, today we're going to be making sticky salmon with shiitake fried rice.
Sticky salmon. I've got the salmon right here.
Yep. The first thing we're going to start doing is making the glaze. So if you want to start pouring in these ingredients here in the cups one by one.
Where am I putting here?
Oh, into this pot right here.
Into the pot. What do I have here?
That's soy sauce.
Soy sauce. Ooh, a lot of soy sauce.
Okay.
Okay.
And then
Oh my goodness.
that's okay.
Boiling
Go
sauce.
ahead. You want it to be boiling because what we're going to be doing is we're going to add the cornstarch.
And this
a
one
bit
is
of
what?
honey.
Honey.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just
Go, honey, go.
Little dollop there. That's good.
Okay.
And then you're going to add some brown sugar and some ginger.
Brown sugar. That's about a fourth of a cup, maybe.
Yep.
And maybe a
teaspoon.
Teaspoon.
Teaspoon of ginger.
Okay.
So we're going to mix this all together. We want the sugar to dissolve and we want it to come to a boil.
Oh, okay.
When you add cornstarch to anything, you want the mixture to be boiling. That's why we have the pan so hot.
Oh, I see. I did not know that.
So if it's not boiling, it's not going to thicken properly.
Aha. That could be
So-
my problem over the years.
New every day.
Thanksgiving dinner.
So now that we've added the cornstarch, what we've created is a real sticky glaze. We're just going to let that reduce a little bit. So while that's reducing, what we're going to do is we're going to start searing the fish.
Okay.
So I'm going to take just a little bit of olive oil, and I've got my pan nice and hot. And
What's
you
your
can tell.
approach when cooking salmon?
Well, first thing I want to do is I want to make sure the pan's hot enough, so I look for ripples in the pan, which I have there.
Okay.
Ripples.
And then, pretty much any fish that I cook, I always put it in presentation side down, so I get a nice crispy crust on the outside.
Okay.
And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this pan just like this, and I'm going to put the whole thing in the oven, and I'm going to cook
really?
it from the bottom up.
Oh, wow.
So I get a nice crispy skin on the presentation side, and then the salmon will stay moist and juicy.
Oh, very
So I'm just going to
interesting.
throw that in there.
So that's a nice trick to not. I feel like I always overcook salmon, which nobody likes that.
And I happen to have one already finished.
Oh, look at that.
So-
Oh, it's beautiful. How long did you cook it?
That cooks for about 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
And as soon as it comes out of the salmon cooks very quickly.
Yes.
It's a easy fish to overcook, but when it's cooked nice and
Perfect.
quickly, it's very juicy, very moist. And then I just glaze it right when it comes out of the oven with the glaze, and then our salmon's ready to go.
Wow.
Last step for this dish is going to be the fried rice. And fried rice is an easy dish, but it's also a complicated dish.
Yeah.
It's one of those like sushi where you could make something that looks like sushi, but
Doesn't taste like
a real sushi chef would do it a little different.
Yeah.
So basically what we're going to do is we're going to start with our ingredients. We've got our pan extremely hot. We add our mushrooms, and we're going to stir fry them. You want this all to be done on very high heat. So we've got these going, and you got to stir constantly. I'm using a rubber spatula because I have the Teflon pan. You don't want to scratch up your Teflon.
That's always a great reminder.
Yes.
And then I add a little bok choy.
Okay.
And what we do is we try to cut everything in sort of bigger chunks so you have a nice texture.
Bok choy, I love it, and I know that it's very high in nutrients.
It looks like it, yes.
Extremely healthy. The next step, and there's a debate about when to do this, but I'm going to add the eggs right now. And it's just one egg that's been beaten.
Okay.
And I'm just going to put it in there and I'm going to let it set. And then the next step is I'm going to add the rice. And the rice, you want to have it cooked the day before.
Oh, okay.
Why the day before?
You don't want it fresh out of the rice cooker or out of the pot. You want to give it time to dry out a little bit.
That's why mine is sticky.
Yeah, see, there you go. So actually, it's a good thing to let it sit out maybe in the fridge and get a little crunchier as you cook it.
That makes
we,
so much
we
sense.
actually make it the day before or
Great
in the morning.
tip. So of course this whole recipe is online. You can find it online at mysuncoast.com. And you can visit Chef Craig at Evoke at the Westin. I know you have a great happy hour.
Yes, absolutely. Sunday through Thursday from 4 to 6:30. We have a small menu of smaller bites. Everything's very healthy.
Great
and then we
reason
also
to
have
visit the
artisan
Westin.
cocktails.
And most people go straight up to the roof, but stop and see Chef Craig. Mary, thank you so much. Great things at the Van Wezel. Sheba, thank you for joining us. You take some time. Enjoy the Suncoast view.
Definitely.